Alright, let's talk about the Pit. I am late to this party, but the party has not ended. I believe there's only 10 episodes out. I just watched the first 2 so far. HBO Max doesn't miss. They don't, and this is another example of that. You know, I like movies and shows that introduce me to jobs, introduce me to professions that I have no clue about, or I'm just very foreign to the jargon, the terminology. I think of End of Watch, most recently Last Breath, and this example, The Pit. In the first 2 episodes, we follow a team of ER doctors in the first 2 hours of the shift, which brings me to the uniqueness of the storytelling for each episode. Every episode seems to follow each one. And from these 2 episodes, what I'm getting is that the whole first season is going to be one ER shift. Might be wrong about that, but if it is, I think that's awesome. I think that's so cool, just fully bringing us into this experience. But 1 hour here just feels like something you should do in a whole shift. It's just amazing what these doctors can do. So we follow these doctors as they're in the job. High intensity work environment, a lot of pressure, not just because of the people needing help, maybe the medical students who are just coming in, but also, and as it's established in the first episode, it's because there's just a lack, a deficit of healthcare workers, of nurses, of doctors in the ERs. And this is something that a lot of articles, a lot of reports have touched on. And I'm just so glad they showed it in this show. Me being a finance major, that aspect of the healthcare system is so interesting to me. So I'm very happy these difficult topics, you know, the subjects are being spoken about by the characters. And obviously, it's writers having a say, a very important say as to why certain things are nowadays in America, in the healthcare system. So anyways, we are of course led by Dr. Robbie. He's this experienced, basically head honcho of the ER floor, right? He basically knows what everything is happening. He's asking these questions, testing the medical students. He's giving advice, and he himself is, of course, the main man. We follow the high intensity work he has to do, whether it's a very complicated medical procedure, or maybe if telling loved ones that one of their relatives has passed away then and there in the ER doctor. Either way, this guy handles it with grace. The experience is there. You see it in the way he communicates, in the way he presents himself. And that's just kudos to the acting and the character writing. This guy, you could tell, has been there for a while. And of course, I'm just here the first 2 episodes. But the only reason these people would be doing this job is because they love it. They love helping people, man. I think the beauty of the show is, filming wise, it captures this amazing, organized chaos. You know, the best chaos in film and TV shows is when it's organized. It reminded me of The Bear, but it's its own thing, of course, in the hospital setting. And because it's in the hospital, the stakes are so high. What the show does is it presents these challenges for these characters where it always seems like it's an uphill battle, but these guys can do it. They are prepared to go up that hill. And it's just great. The characters are really well written, especially Dr. Robbie. You know, it's not simply us following them around. This is not a documentary. There's also strong, subtle character writings where if we ever have a break in between this chaos, we see a glimpse of character, a glimpse of her, a glimpse of him, that because they're so strong, these little moments, I know they're going to have huge payoff. Already 2 episodes in, what the show does to you is get you emotionally attached to these characters already. You know, acknowledging the time sacrifice, the physical sacrifice, having to be there for crazy hour shifts, and the mental sacrifice, which is for me the more interesting thing. And I know we're touching on that little by little, where I can never imagine seeing someone pass away and it not taking a toll on you, especially how often these ER doctors see it. You know what I'm saying? And the writers are so aware of this. It's just really smart writing. What I also love so far is that in these first 2 episodes, we do not change patients. You know, in past medical shows that I've seen, I've only seen maybe a few seasons of Dr. House. It seemed like every episode had a different patient. Every episode had a different problem. What I like about this show is every episode follows the one before it. So that patient that you saw in the previous episode, you're going to see him again. And I think that's smart because then in every single new episode, we don't have to be reintroduced again to somebody new, to a new character. No, we already have that attachment to them from the previous episodes, right? And then that'll give a space later on throughout the season, I imagine, for our main characters. I'm just 2 episodes in, man, but this show is emotionally heavy. There are already 2 scenes that I've already, been hit by. Yeah. I'm gonna continue, man. I'm gonna catch up. And then I'll continue talking about this show. But for now, 2 episodes in, great show, great start. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the Pit. Have a great day. Bye bye.